All right, well, we're back doing our thing, doing another Gnostic Deluge
Yeah,
Smorgasbord.
and I believe it's been a long time, right? Or maybe not. It's been like a long time since
For
we've done.
Smorg?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it has been been a while. We got a special treat for you today.
Yep. It's gonna be really fun.
We got a taste test because our two favorite, at least most, yeah, the best, I would say, ginger beers.
So we've had
And
a few ginger beers we've tried over the last couple years,
yeah,
or several actually,
yeah, we've tried a lot of them.
and two of the ones we like the
Our
most
go-tos.
are go-tos. So I actually really like Fever Trees too, but Fever Trees is a little bit different.
Well, Fever Tree, you'll know you're drinking a Fever
Yeah,
Tree, and that's
yeah,
the thing.
yeah.
Like, okay, so the two go-tos are Cock and Bull and Goslings. Usually we have Goslings. That's the easiest to get, and it's very good. Like if I was to introduce somebody into ginger beer, those would be the two I'd say.
And have we had more than one type of Gosling, or they've all been the same?
No, they're the same.
Same. Okay, this may be two different formats of bottle, right? Or
Yeah,
can. Okay.
yeah, you can get it. Like, didn't we have like
You've gotten a couple.
the 32 ounce?
Oh, I'm thinking of the
soda?
Bundabergs.
Oh yeah, the Bundaberg. It's
They
small.
come
Yeah,
in the
Bundaberg.
jars.
Yeah.
So the
See, I would-
Goslings have come in cans.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I've actually had it. You can buy them in a big 32 ounce.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to have those next time. Anyway, so we have a taste test going on, and if you're watching,
Oh yeah.
you'll see that we have silver and gold cups.
Is this for
whoops.
Christmas? Like the Christmas?
Silver
is this
and
like a
gold.
Yukon Cornelius
Yep.
reference here?
Yep. Yukon Cornelius themed. So each gold, the gold is either Goslings or
Cock and Bull.
Cock and Bull. Silver is one of those two. You know, but we both are silver and gold ones. I'm trying to think how to. Anyway, you get the idea. One. Okay, in
Somebody
this,
else prepared this.
Tanya
for us.
prepared this for us, and she has the answer in this sealed envelope that you cannot see through.
Let me see. Are you sure? No, we're good. We can be honest.
So we're gonna try these out, and then we'll see which one we like the best, and then whenever we look at the answer, we'll be able to see
what if we don't
what
agree?
it is. That's fine.
Okay.
But then this is a blind taste test.
I want to conform to what you are thinking, though.
Okay, so let's try our gold first.
All right.
You ready?
There's a few pieces of ice in it.
Yeah, they each have a consistent 4 pieces.
Okay. That's good.
Ooh.
We've had some bad. So last episode we had a bold Canada Dry
Canada
ginger
Dry
ale.
bold, and
I didn't finish mine.
yeah. Okay, so that's good.
This one I would finish.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, wow. I am glad. I like that one.
All right, so you ready for the silver?
Yeah.
We should have got some kind
How
of
do we like?
palate cleanser,
Yeah.
but we didn't.
How do we do that? Let me
We're
pick
not going to. It's fine.
Okay. All right. Silver. I got more than 4 pieces of ice in this one. How many
Well,
do you have?
anyway. Hey, Brandon, come on.
Don't ruin it, Brandon. Okay, here we go. Oh, this one has a bit of it. This one has a different direction. The bite came at in the end. This one is like, oh, I definitely like the gold better, and then all of a sudden, it's like, oh, wait a second.
Yeah, this one has a. No, let me see the gold.
This is gonna be hard, Mark. I didn't realize it'd be this hard.
I'm gonna, man.
Do
Okay.
you see what I'm saying by like I want the gold more and then all of a sudden the silver, or do we have different opinions? For me, this is what I'm thinking. When I drink the silver, I'm like, I go, oh yeah, I like the gold more, and then all of a sudden then a kick comes in, and I'm like, oh, what do I? Did you swish?
Yeah. There's notes of, is that cedar I'm tasting? I don't know, man. That gold is really good. I'm going for the gold.
I think the gold was. I think the gold was prepared in a barrel.
An oak barrel.
You think it was barreled at some point, or that just like a? Is that just like a wishful thinking in my mind?
I'm going for the. Okay, I've got my decision. Which one I'm picking? But that silver does have a little more spice, like a extra, like. I know which one I'm going for, though.
Yeah, so do I. I wanted to conform with you, Mark. I'm going with silver.
You're going with the silver?
Yeah,
I'm going with the gold.
I know. I wanted to conform, and I'm not going to.
You really?
Yeah.
Okay, I like the gold because it's great upfront flavor, you know, but lots of good ginger and everything.
Yeah, and you're right about that. The silver doesn't have the upfront flavor.
Yeah.
It has it at the back.
Yeah.
But it's so good.
Well, okay, so we picked different. That's incredible.
That makes it better, probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
What we
interesting
got
because I always wondered which one I actually like better because I really like Goslings. Like that's my go-to drink one because it's so easy to
Well,
get.
don't open it up yet because I do want to. I want to.
Oh, you want to say which is which?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no,
I haven't looked.
I don't. I don't
Actually,
know which
I'm
one
gonna say gold is Goslings
Okay.
because I don't think it has that much. It has good spice. Oh, Goslings, dude.
So here we go. Listen, my take on this is when you mentioned the two types of ginger beer that we're going to be testing.
Yeah.
In my mind, I didn't say anything, but in my mind, I was like, "Well, I already know I'm going to like the Cock and Bull better. I know I like the Cock and Bull better than Goslings."
Oh, you already knew that?
Well, it's my opinion.
You never told me, Brandon.
Well,
I've been serving
when
his
you
Goslings.
like two different.
I've been serving his Goslings the whole time.
When you like two. We've had Cock and Bull a few times.
I know.
And so in my
No, but I'm
mind,
saying
I'm
consistently.
like, oh, that'll be fun, but I already know I'm gonna like the Cock and Bull better.
Yeah.
Now I'm curious
To see what if you chose
the wrong one, and I actually
you're
like
a Goslings
better.
fan. Well, okay, just full disclosure, I took the Pepsi challenge and I thought I was a Coke fan before.
That's right. It's a story you told me.
Yeah, and I tried both and I picked Pepsi. It just tasted better. And I was like, son of a gun.
Yeah.
So
This was really fun. I wish that I can do this again. But these are the two best ones. Along with, I really like
Fever
Fever
Tree.
Tree, but
hey Brandon, I'll get you a Fever Tree after this so you can see. Okay, so here we go on this piece of paper. And the winner is the silver cup is Cock and Bull, and the gold cup is Gosling. So we both guess
yeah,
right.
I mean, I guess so.
So and we guessed according to what we.
I'm glad that I wasn't.
I wasn't sure if I would like. But I'll take either one.
No, that's
real.
That's why I've never like mentioned I like Cock and Bull better because I like them both.
Yeah, and the Cock and Bull's always a treat to have.
It is,
you know, because it's got that sweet name.
Wow, it's a real treat today.
Yeah.
It's like,
well, thanks Tanya for setting this up for us.
Yeah, thanks a lot. I'm really thankful. One reason why I'm thankful, you don't know what you have sometimes. And so I'm sitting here and I'm like, because I don't know what they are, I'm like listening to the taste. Like, oh, how does that? Okay, a little bit in the beginning, more at the end, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now I can know which one.
So Brandon likes his flavor at the end. I like my flavor throughout the whole thing.
You know, I think if I was, you know how blind people are more like almost like they have more detail and other. What is this?
A Sioux City cream soda. Dude, I was up there.
You were up at Sioux City?
No, I was at the store. This is just a twist off top. So,
Oh, there's no bottle opener required.
Anyway, so I was like, oh, sweet, made with real cane sugar. Anyway, to cleanse
Twist
our
off
palates.
if you have a strong hand. I have a software engineer
Whoa.
hands. Weak.
They're
Super
just tight.
weak.
Oh, look at that steam or whatever. Carbonation coming out.
Yeah.
All right, this should be good. I love good
In
cream
case
soda.
you're watching, that looks pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah, the Sioux City cream soda.
It's made with cane sugar. It's funny that they have to put that on the bottles these days. It's almost like soon they're going to take it off because soon everything's going to be back to cane sugar again. You know?
I don't know, man. Oh, it's not as cold as it could be. Maybe I'll pour it in here with my ice. You might want to, unless you already drank your ice.
I already drank my cream soda. All gone.
No, I was saying do you have any ice left in your thing?
Yeah, but then I'd be mixing it with some Goslings or a cock and bull.
You might have a new. Well, the thing was, I had bought them, but I forgot to put them in the fridge. Just merge the two.
Yeah, I forget. Oh yeah, I'll do it. So here's the thing. I drank the ice. So that.
Anyway, it needs to be cold.
So I bought I just moved.
It's pretty good.
For our friends here on listening or watching. I just moved it last month.
I like that, Brandon.
That's one of the reasons why we have had some inconsistent. We usually go every 2 weeks, and we've had a few times that we've gone 3 weeks, and it's because I've been moving and I've just moved, and moving's a huge chore.
Yeah, it's worst.
It's the worst. It's not good. I paid for movers, and it was still bad. Like I would pay if you have the funds to pay for movers, do it, okay? But it's still.
Well, you still have to pack up everything.
Yeah.
I mean, all they do is move stuff, and that can be tough. Remember that time you guys helped us move from our apartment?
Yeah, that was fun.
Out to the.
Yeah, I remember that. It was fun. It's one of my best memories I've ever had with you.
It is.
Yeah, it honestly is. It was me, you, Dave, your dad.
Yeah.
I don't think John was there. John wasn't there.
He might have come.
It might have been
a little later.
But the thing is, it was a good.
I didn't even help you. I didn't even help you.
Well, I had movers.
Oh yeah,
I had movers come. We didn't have
that. We'll definitely do that. I always
us.
say that we're just gonna throw a match and burn down this house with everything in it. Because I'm not moving.
Yeah. So here's where I'm going. So with the new house, and we're living in a different city now or different town. We moved a little further out, and so some of the things we've had to change. Like a few of the stores we go to, and the water. We used to go get water jugs in a water store in Mesa.
Yeah.
And we don't live near it. And I was interested in finding a new one, so I went and bought
I'm gonna turn off the fan while you're talking.
I bought a water filtration system, right?
Ooh.
But the thing is I was using the water filtration. I was using the water from the new water filtration system, but then I'm using ice that comes from tap water.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, what's the point? So I went and bought an ice maker that would use the water that I'm getting from my filtered water.
Look at you, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Well, the whole point is the ice maker is awesome. Like, I thought of that when I was crunching into this ice. It makes a little like balls of ice.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
They're called opals.
What?
Yeah, it's called.
You got
opal.
a fancy one.
Yeah. Well, luckily some things are on sale this season.
The most wonderful time of the year.
Yeah. So, anyways, I just wanted to throw that out there. I'm usually thinking of things I want to say here, but like I
Brandon,
went totally
that's a super spontaneous conversation.
Yeah, it was very spontaneous. And but yeah.
So it's just these little. So they probably get nice and chewy too.
Yeah. So they're hard to not like just chew on and.
Well, there's nothing like actually. Tanya we would go down to Sonic and you could buy bags of their ice. They have the crunchy ice.
Yeah.
I don't even. What do you call it?
I think I don't know.
Anyway, that stuff that's not. Yeah, it's just I don't know how they make it that way, but it's so good.
Yeah.
It's just the kind that. What do they call it? You go to QT and then it's like they got regular ice and then they got.
Mm-hmm. They have crushed
ice. That's it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brandon.
Yeah,
Thank
you're
you.
so welcome.
So, talking about Ralph Waldo Emerson, we're going over his self-reliant. No.
We could continue on. Here's one of the things I wanted to say about Ralph. When I was in that episode, our last episode we did, for a minute I went and looked up Henry David Thoreau for something.
Yeah.
Oh, because we had to find the book, his his most famous essay he did,
Now can you
Civil
think of it?
Disobedience.
Okay.
Anyways, I had to look it up, and when I looked it up, I saw a picture of him. Have you ever seen a picture of Henry David Thoreau? He has
Yeah,
like
he's got the. I saw the picture, and he's got the.
big old.
But doesn't he have a chin? Like
Yeah, it's more of a chin beard than it's more of
like
a
neck beard.
It's more of a neck beard than a chin beard, which I think was popular for back then. Right?
Like my wife, yeah. I know she wouldn't like that if I
No.
had. Well, honey, I'm growing it out.
And I was thinking about that. And have you ever seen a picture of Ralph Waldo Emerson? He had chops, but no beard.
I think there's there's a drawing of him in here.
Let's see if I have one in this one. He had like most pictures I've seen of him. He's a lean guy with. He had some
Here
chops.
he is.
Yeah.
He's just some skinny guy.
Oh, in that one he doesn't even have chops, but he has no beard, right?
Yeah.
And you know what I thought about? In the time periods, right? Mm-hmm. In the earlier 1800s, usually from pictures I've seen of people in the earlier 1800s, you didn't see people with beards. They had.
That's true. If you look at it, all the early American guys,
Yeah, they didn't
like
have
Jefferson. Yeah.
But then in the late 1800s, everybody has these big beards.
Yeah.
You notice that?
Well,
and
it's
even
the
into the
style,
early
dude.
1900s, big old beards. And so I noticed that. And Henry David Thoreau was younger than Waldo, right? He was one of his kind of like pupils.
So he wasn't even his own man. He was following society.
He was following society with the neck
The
beard.
conspiracy of the beard.
Man.
Of the neck beard. No, he went his own way. Like the neck beard was never popular.
Is that why when I said I think it was popular, you're like, I don't know.
Well, I'm just saying the neck beard, man. But that is interesting. Imagine what a pain in the neck, literally, it was to shave back
Pain
then.
in the neck. I have a.
I mean, they didn't even have the safety razors. That was invented by Gillette, I think.
Maybe that's why he had a neck beard, because he didn't like the blade on his neck. He
yeah,
was,
that's
afraid
that's
of
the most dangerous place to shave.
Yeah, he was afraid of it.
Because I had a straight razor. My dad has my great grandfather was a barber, and my dad still had some of his.
So cool, barber.
Yeah, and he'd bleed people and stuff. No. Like that's what all barbers used to do. I suppose that's why they have the red in because they would bleed people. And anyway, they're more than, but not. He wasn't that kind.
They had different things they did.
Yeah, but
I didn't realize that.
So he had some of the straight razors, and I went and got. There's some that were rusty, but there's other ones that weren't. So I went and got them sharpened at a place, and so I started using a straight razor for a while.
Wow, it's pretty cool.
It's dangerous. No.
Oh no.
No, it was cool.
So
it gives you super close, but it's just it's just dangerous.
Yeah. I don't
Like
it.
you never really cut yourself super deep, but actually sometimes that really shallow one that bleeds a lot. Like
Wow.
And so now I just have a safety razor
Jeez.
an old safety razor.
It's
an old.
Since I moved, I have had my clippers that I use to trim up my facial hair. Can't find it, so I had to go to a barber. I go to a barber usually for my head.
You
I
did?
had to find a new. Yeah, I had to find a new barber where I'm at, out where I'm living at, and I did. Nice guy, but anyways, I couldn't find. I can't find my clippers, and I can have the barber do the chin to my face too, but I don't really like it when they do that, because then they want to try and like
They shape it.
Yeah.
You're like, dude, yeah.
I don't want. Yeah.
Like I used to have that whenever I go to somebody and I had sideburns, and all of a sudden the guy would cut them all and like it's little, like
what are you doing?
thin. I'm like, dude, I like the thick sideburns. Come on. So anyway, Well, there's that for you.
This cream soda is good.
Yeah, it's all right.
Good find.
It's good.
It's hard to have a bad cream soda.
You know,
Probably.
I think the best soda that we've had on here was that butter scotch thing.
You got it from a Cracker
From
Barrel.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they're building a Cracker Barrel up the street. Hopefully they'll open it soon so I get some more of those.
Oh, is it up in the area that I was referring to when I came here?
No, it's down this way. They're actually building, but anyway. So here we are,
So we have
face to face.
Mark has a bunch of things he wants to share.
I got a couple things. I don't know if, but well, actually, I wanted to talk about what you wanted to talk about on the next kind of podcast. Like, have you read anything that you're like, oh,
Yeah, kind of. So, for me, it's more about like, wait, is this too weird to talk about?
well,
You know?
I mean, I like it to be like simple because I'm like, okay, because I've been reading this book
Oh yeah,
by Eliphas
Levi.
Levi.
How do you say that? Eliphas?
I guess Eliphas.
Eliphas Levi.
Oh, I don't know. But it's translated by A. White. But it's the ritual and the doctrine and ritual of high magic. That's
So why
the
do
same
these
book.
have different names?
I don't
then?
know. It's the same book.
Okay.
And then some have it like written in I don't know if it's French or
Oh
because
yeah,
the guy
'cause
was
he's-
French.
Okay.
But I've been wait, what
It's kind of isn't it kind of like a Hebrew name though?
yeah, well that's his regular name
got it.
he put it into the Hebrew sounding,
Got it.
So
Got it.
anyway, but there's so much to it that it'd be like where would you even start? There's
Yeah.
some really choice quotes. You're going to love it.
Really? Okay.
Dude, I can't wait to get my copy and then mark it.
Hey, would you say that you gifted this to me for Christmas?
Yeah.
Thanks, Mark. I came in today and Mark had this for me, so
Yep.
thanks
It's
a lot.
good. Like, actually, I think this, like I was saying, the second book, the first book's actually, they're all good. But sometimes you're like, I don't know what I'm reading.
His name was Alphonse Louis Constant.
Yeah. So
That is definitely
So,
a French constant. Yeah.
So that's why that he just did the Alphonse Louis, so Levi, Eliphas. So that's
You
why.
know, I have a few books now on him, and I haven't read it about him though. One of the guys I want to read more about, his name was Giordano Bruno. Have you heard of him?
Mm-mm.
I'll have to do a show and tell next time with some stuff.
Bruno?
Yeah, Giordano
Because there was
Bruno.
some books that I was like looking at on Audible. Let me go to my Audible thing real quick. Because there's my wish list, and I was like, oh, there's some guy that I was like, I'm listening to The Man Who Killed Kennedy right now, which is really interesting.
Don't we know who it was? Why don't they just
Oh
say?
yeah. There's a lone killer. So yeah, that was the basic. That's the premise. It was just not Ralph Waldo Emerson. What's his name?
Oswald.
Yeah, Oswald. Lee Harvey Oswald did it. Spoiler alert, right? Oh wait. For my wish list, Umberto Eco.
What a cool name.
Yeah, but they cost.
Oh, you have that high magic on
Yeah, but I didn't realize. Unfortunately, I didn't get it because it's the translation I don't like. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. The new translation of the transcendental magic, or the doctrine and ritual of high magic. Personally, the new translation by John Michael Greer and Mark Anthony Mickey Tuck.
Yeah.
They use one word that's really bugged me about it.
What is it again?
He kept on. Okay, so they in the Bible they use the word.
Yes.
In the beginning was the word.
Yeah.
And then here in
It's the same word that you would. It's usually it's also referred to. It's also as logos, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I think just because they wanted to be different,
That's right. The verb, huh?
they used the verb.
I'm trying to think of what it was. It's what it was.
Yeah, and it just really
The
like
verb.
changed the way I read it, and it just bugged me
The verb.
because yeah, it's so about the word, and it makes sense because and especially if you're talking about the Kabbalah and stuff, and you use the word, uh, it just bugged me. So
What is it? Because it's a word like in action or
probably, but it's just like why?
yeah, it's gone. Like, do you have to?
Yeah, the word just makes more sense. The verb is like, well, it could be what's the verb? The verb is could be all kinds of things. The word just has a good biblical
They
connotation that
probably
you understand.
those two translators when they were working through that, they probably had some discussions on it and talked about it, and they
Oh,
probably were sold like this is what we need to do.
yeah, I
But
know. But it just I had already read some of the Eliphas Levi's the one by A.E. Waite,
yeah,
and it was just it's a good
you liked it. You
translation.
liked it better.
I was like, and then when I read this, I was like, dang, what? Like it just didn't work. It just didn't jive. So, I mean, it might be a good translation. It's just every time you see, whenever they say verb, think word. I don't know.
Yeah, you know, you mentioned your Audible. If you ever want to, I I'm started using this service called Libro FM,
Uh huh.
Libro.fm, and it's like Audible type of thing. You pay like a monthly, and then you get like a credit every month.
Sounds a
Anyways,
lot like Audible.
yeah. The problem with Audible, and problem with any of these services is you get that credit, but then like you're kind of limited to like getting one book a month unless you're gonna start paying more.
Yeah.
You know,
Except for now, Audible expanded they have a lot of
I've heard about that,
they
and
have a lot more free books, and there's some good ones.
I've heard about that.
So
So
they decided, uh, yeah, to have I don't know what it's called, but anyway, so it's you can get more stuff. Like actually, like I read Occult America, Secret Societies. They have actually the man who killed Kennedy is up part of their free
okay,
one. So you can get some good conspiracy stuff if you want. Unfortunately, like well, and you can get a lot of Buddhist stuff, and different stuff. Christianity, they don't have so much, because I was trying to find some like, interesting weird books,
hmm.
or whatever. I mean, but they're so it's pretty kind of cool. I've found some like that's where I get the Master Eckhart,
Yeah.
where you can like in my library I got one on the buried book, which is all about um the what is that, the Sumerian
Oh,
Epic of Gilgamesh,
yeah.
and all about like how they even got it translated and stuff. It's really interesting. Aristotle for everybody. I mean, Noam Chomsky, Murray Rothbard. There's
Oh,
quite a
you got
bit.
Murray Rothbard stuff, huh?
Yeah. How the Catholic Church built the modern world.
Hmm.
By anyway, so there's some interesting stuff. Anyway,
I'm glad that you're well versed in all those books, Mark.
well, I'm not well. I haven't listened to them all, but I have them. Hey, they're on my thing. So, but this Eliphas Levi book's really good because it goes into a lot of the symbolism,
Yeah.
and it goes like chapter one's about the one, chapter two is about the two, the duality, then the three, and then the four, and then chapter five is the pentagram.
Okay.
So it goes through the symbolism and stuff, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then it's got some weird rituals and stuff, but it talks about kind of the necessity of the good and evil.
Oh, okay.
Because obviously good and evil is just the way it is.
I only support good.
I'm all for evil. No.
Yeah,
But
I can't wait.
it's a good one. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, there's a lot in it, and the more I'm studying, the more I'm like, well, I think a lot of the things that I used to take as literal are symbolic,
Hmm.
kind of going along with the Bible and
Yeah,
everything.
does it help you? Does it help it? Is it more palatable if it's symbolic? Something like, oh my gosh, how did that? Why would that even?
Yeah,
How does it even happen? Yeah.
yeah, because I used to, yeah. I mean, all the like the different stories that, like, I mean, it how does it make sense that like, and the Garden of Eden was actual Garden of Eden story? Like, how does that even make sense
Hmm.
at
Is this
all?
the? Does he talk about what you mentioned about the the mind, the garden as the mind, the Adam and Eve as the mind,
Um.
or is it somebody else you've?
Oh, that's Rubophilos, I think.
Oh, okay.
Or no, he talks about it.
This is cool.
He does. You have to.
Aleph is man, Bait is is woman.
One is the principal. A is the active. B is the passive. Yeah, it's a yin and yang thing. It's all.
Yeah, but together, this this is Av, Aleph, and is that like this coincidence? Av, Hebrew word for father.
I don't know.
Hmm. Coincidence,
Well, he
man.
has this whole thing on the name of God is the woman. Anyway, you'll. Oh, the symbolism of Eve is Yod plus Eve's name for
Oh yeah, Hava.
Yehovah.
Yeah, Hava. So Eve's name would be Hava, right? Or
So
Hava.
Yod Hava.
Yeah.
Je-
Interesting.
anyway, it's that's what I'm saying. You're already finding stuff in there. It's really good, Brandon. You're gonna
Yeah.
really like it.
Oh, and even says it right now. Yod Hava. Right
Yeah.
there.
So I was and I was like, oh Jehovah. Anyway, I was like,
Very
there's
good.
some interesting stuff in here. So, but also as heard a few podcasts where they talk about how a lot of the Bible stories are story and myths or stories about the stars,
Okay.
astronomy.
Okay, yeah.
You know, I'm like, man, there's a lot more symbolism than you
Yeah.
would think. Because remember when we were talking about I wish I would have looked into it, but talking about the sacrifice of Abraham and Isaac, and then there was a a ram that
Yeah.
was before the foundation of the world,
Yeah.
prepared Aries,
Aries, the first.
and it's like, and I think the reason I even thought anything about it is because I had heard something about that before, that it was just this symbolic thing, something to do with the stars.
Interesting, yeah.
But there's a guy that was all talking about the different stories. I was like, oh my gosh, yeah. Like that whenever Jesus sent his disciples to get him ready to prepare um, before he was crucified, he said, oh, go in this town for the Passover.
Hmm.
They were supposed to look for different things when they went to town. Oh, you're gonna go in. You're gonna see a lady with a pitcher,
Okay.
and the pitcher is one of the star signs, and then there's a donkey and stuff, and they're all. Anyway, I wish.
Do they end it with getting some fish with Pisces at the
Oh,
end?
and that was the thing, is that there was always like two fish.
Yeah.
Like whenever he feeds that. Thanks,
Yeah.
Brandon. Yeah.
Yeah, you're welcome.
No, but there was like two fish. That he starts off with.
Hmm.
I think.
I don't know.
Anyway.
Multiple fish at least.
Well, yeah, but the symbol of is the
Yeah.
Pisces,
Yeah.
is the fish, and anyway, I mean, it's something to look into. It's just interesting that there's a lot more symbolism, and that's the whole Kabbalah idea of the Bible,
Yeah.
like
It's easy to
the
interpret.
is that that whenever something gets weird in there, or a story seems like what, that it's probably symbolic,
So I
or
just
that there's a deep meaning to it.
I'll bring it next time. But I just started reading a guy, and his name is oh something Carey.
Jim Carrey, the
Yes,
comedy actor
yes.
slash painter.
Slash, yeah, a lot of things now. No, his name is something. I can't remember his first name. Something Carey, and the book was written in 1917.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he basically in the very little that I've read so far, he's basically talking about how, which is something that's not like a new thing for us, but that the Old and New Testament are all basically it's all symbolism explaining something greater, you
Yeah.
know.
Okay.
And but he has like a lot of I don't want to slaughter it.
It's
I'll bring it to
Carrie
you
or
next.
Casey?
Carry.
Okay.
Yeah,
Jim Carrey, man.
that's funny.
Who would have thought? He went from living color to writing these books. But well, so I haven't totally explored that stuff. But it would be interesting that
Here it is. The book is called The Tree of Life, an expose of physical regenesis of the tree threefold plane of bodily, chemical, and spiritual operations by George W. Carey.
geez, man. It's only
Yeah,
$4.
yeah, it's cheap. It's like a thin.
Oh, it's a nice
It's a
thin.
thin, and it's a
Ooh,
reprint.
maybe we'll do that one next.
If it's, I'll look into it. We'll see if it's good.
Okay. Yeah, because we're looking for something. I mean, because we're looking for something to
Oh yeah, and
do,
that's
and
what we got on.
I just don't know, like if there's enough in the Book of Jasher, like with the.
Do you think there's value of going into the Joseph story at all? Is there anything different there? That anything interesting?
There's some fun stories. Tanya likes the stories.
Joseph stories.
That's her. Well, no, her. I'm saying
Oh, all the
the
stories.
podcasts we do. Those are her favorites. Are when we're like telling the stories. Yeah. So
Well, yeah. So we'll. I don't know. I don't have any other. I don't have any suggestions. Um, there's lots of places to get those stories that we can explore.
well, yeah. I mean, I like. I don't know what to look into it.
Like there's pseudepigraphic stuff that might have.
Well, I would be interested in doing like some of the Gnostic stuff,
Yeah.
right? The Nag Hammadi,
Yeah.
like the Mary one, where she's all talking to them and they're all like, she starts
Gospel.
crying because they don't believe her that she saw Jesus. You know what I'm talking about?
That's not the Gospel of Mary. That's a different book.
Why? Yeah, I don't know what it
Oh,
is.
yeah. I don't know which one that is. Yeah. So the Gospel of Mary is the one where she's basically telling them, she's instructing them, and a few of them, including Peter
Nee, that's
and
what I'm talking
Andrew,
about.
start getting frustrated with her. But she says some epic things in there, and yeah,
Maybe we can just go into that. I don't know.
yeah, okay. Let's look at that. Let's look at a few of those, and something short that we can do and get it done.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, because maybe we never did. We
And then we didn't do the Asclepius.
Ooh, the Asclepius has some good stuff in it.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me of something I'll mention. So I had this little side project I was doing about a year ago, and what I was doing was, I think I told you about it too, is I was recording there's some texts that we were going over, and I wished I had them in audio format.
Oh yeah.
And there was a few that we did have that we found on YouTube and places, but there was like I wasn't happy with all of them. Sure, I wasn't happy with all of them. So in my mind, I'm like, you know what? What if I'm going to be reading these anyways? Maybe I'll record them as I'm reading them.
Yeah.
Well, it's not as easy as it seems.
No, I know, because I'm thinking about doing the Eliphas Levi book,
Okay.
and because the chapters are short, so I could just record one at a time.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe I'll do the first half, you do the second half.
There you go. So I guess what happened was I ended up I wanted to try it out, so I created this like channel, and I made this podcast, and it's basically what I was going to do is just like they're all going to be like just like short snippets from things, or else or it's a whole book, you know. And so I was testing it out, and the first one I did was it was a part of the book of Asclepius. It's commonly known as the Prophecy of Thoth. Graham Hancock reads that one.
Yeah, the Egyptian,
Yeah.
where it's like, oh, it's going to come in a
Yeah.
day. Where
Yeah, it's a popular one, and Graham Hancock reads it, and a few people. So I'm like, I'm just going to test it out. So I read
you
it.
thought you were going to sound better than Graham Hancock. He's got a British accent.
He does really good at it too. The one I didn't like with the Graham Hancock video is it has all this like hallucinations swirling in the back of the video and stuff.
Well, yeah, it's just
The audio is fine, but anyway, so I did that, and you know, I also did it where I wrote I'm a software engineer, so I wrote a piece of software that I can use to make the words appear as I'm reading them.
Oh, really?
And even highlight the words kind of as I'm reading it. So the text is actually on the screen, on the video. The text is on the video, and as I'm reading, the words are
that's cool.
moving. Yeah, it took a while to do that.
Look at you.
So I did that, and then it was, I got all that hard work done, and then I got like a couple views, and I'm like, okay, what was I thinking, And then I also did one for a poem that I like from Lewis Carroll. My favorite poem from Lewis Carroll is the Jabberwocky. And so it's a really short poem. So it's only like a minute long video for this one, for the Jabberwocky. The prophecy of Thoth was like 5 minutes or something.
Yeah.
But anyways, the Jabberwocky was like a minute long, and I did that one too. And which is funny with that is I actually found out that Benedict Cumberbatch, or Botch, or Back. How do you say his name?
Cumberbatch. That's how
Benedict
I say it.
Cumberbatch.
I don't know if that's
Benedict
right.
Cumberbatch.
Sorry, Benedict.
Yeah, sorry, Benny. Benedict Cumberbatch actually does a narration of the Jabberwocky poem himself.
Yeah, freaking British accent. We're
How
all
can
like,
you beat that, right?
the Jabberwocky came down. We're like rednecks. He's all, in the Jabberwocky.
The problem with Benedict's is there was a word that I don't agree with how he pronounced the word. So I think because the Jabberwocky is a bunch of nonsensical words.
Yeah,
so there is no right way. There's no right way to say it.
Hey, work on your pronunciation, Benedict.
Yeah. So anyway, but my whole point, and the
I
reason
always hate that.
the reason why I'm mentioning this on our Smorgasbord here is a few weeks ago, I got a comment on one of the Prophecy of Thoth video. So I got an email about it. Let me go check it. And so I went and logged on to the account that I use for that.
Were they mean?
No, it was great.
Oh, okay.
I've had a few comments, and they're all really nice. And this is I was totally surprised, but like the videos had like 500 views now.
What?
Yeah, and I'm like,
look at you.
What the heck? People are finding this somehow?
People like, especially short videos, but reading
yeah, and so
I listen to that kind of stuff all the time.
So somehow 500 people have, or a little bit more probably now, have found it. Of course, that was only about 500. It wasn't likes, it was just views.
Yeah.
So about 500 people have found it. That's my story. The Jabberwocky one is still like 15 or something, but
hey. Look
anyways,
at you, man.
That's my story. So
Brandon's Mr. Popular on the
I'm
YouTubes.
a celebrity now.
So you and Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to think what else I have to say.
You have lots to say, Mark. You always have lots to say.
Oh, I had this thought that I want to talk about it real quick.
Oh, is it controversial?
No, it's not really controversial. It was just something that was about people creating their own reality. I was listening to a podcast and I think
Hmm.
somebody had mentioned this, like, and it's true. You don't you hear that a lot, but and the example I put is in politics, people can see the same speech and hear different things depending on their worldview,
Mm-hmm.
and it's true. I mean,
Yeah.
you'll see the same person. Like, I mean, I'm not even to get into politics, like
Sure.
particulars,
Sure.
but you'll see the same person do the same thing, and then one side will say he did this, the other side will say so. The worldview and reality is not what you think it is. Everybody's reality is not the same. That's what I was getting at,
Yeah.
which I think is interesting because it's I guess it depends on your perception
What's
or
interesting
in your
what's
beliefs.
interesting about it is a lot of people, and I've done this myself. I do it. I mean, I'm not going to pretend like I don't do this, but a lot of people spend so much time looking for what what's the truth though? What's truth? Like what is I don't want to hear your opinion. I want to know what the truth of it is. And
Truth's at
sometimes
sunset, man.
truth what?
That's the only truth, man. Sunset.
Sunset.
I don't know what that means. Like what?
And that's the thing. We spend so much time, and it's almost like maybe we should spend less time um, worrying about that, and like we just went through with Emerson last episode here, and just to find out for ourselves, you know, and just worry about that.
Well, okay, going along with Emerson is that we're all our own seed,
Mm-hmm.
our own plot of land,
His seed and his plot of
and
land.
we're gonna end up different,
It's
I
true.
guess.
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
I mean, there's no. I mean, it's like there's no two people that are alike. So guess what? You're gonna disagree. You're gonna have different ideas, but that's what creates the world, I guess. But it's just interesting to think. We have to remember that not because I always want people to think what I'm thinking, or to
Sure,
believe what I'm believe. Why wouldn't they
sure.
get
I
that?
do
But
that
you have
too.
to realize, hey, guess what? Um
You're a different seed.
yeah, you're a different seed, and their worldview is different. It's
What
just the way it
happens
is.
is like some guy or some girl, some person has some event happen in their life, something profound happens to them, and they kind of something clicks, and they kind of like see things differently, and they search that out, and they they spend time in that realm to the point where they start to like find their own truth. The epiphanies happen, they have revelations,
Yeah.
and something they have this very profound huge thing happen, and they share it with people, and they get followers, and all of a sudden like they are like some kind of they're all of a sudden like there's this great person who has changed the world in some way, and everybody's going to follow them because of how wonderful it is. But really, they were just doing what we all should be doing, is finding growing that seed ourselves, you know. So like let's Moses, everybody follows Moses, and everybody does what Moses wants, and what
Yeah.
everybody takes what Moses believes and makes that like into religion and makes that into doctrines.
Mm-hmm.
But Moses didn't do that.
Who did it?
No, I mean Moses did that for himself. Like he
Oh.
depending now, of course, it depends on who you ask. Like,
Oh, that's another thing is the golden calf.
yeah,
Supposedly they're worshiping Taurus
oh
and
yeah,
star sign. Anyway,
Taurus, yeah,
I
yeah, the
don't know.
bull,
Yeah.
yeah. So that would have been that would have been the next. That's the next sign, right?
Next sign for what?
Taurus is number 2, right? Doesn't it go Aries, Taurus?
Oh yeah. So okay, so that yeah, it might have been in different. you know, like we're going into the age of Aquarius or we're
Yeah.
in it. I have no
Oh,
clue.
yeah, Age of
But
Aquarius.
like Abraham might have been during the sign of Aries, and then Moses was in the sign of
Like
Taurus.
an age, a different
Yeah, the
age.
different age of I don't know. I don't know how they work. Anyway,
And then
this is me just
what happens when we get to the age of Pisces?
we go fishing.
Yeah.
Fish for everybody.
Bitterlings.
Bitterlings, yeah.
Remember Bitterlings?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good 900. I think it was 900 bells.
Dude, I always like get a red snapper in Animal Crossing.
You know that
But
game's gotten huge, by the way, right?
well, they've always been pretty
Yeah,
big.
but they've gotten so big that the game has changed.
Really?
Yeah, you know how like the game has pretty much followed the same recipe, kind of. There's like
Yeah, I know because
you catch
I got the
bugs.
newest one and
Yeah,
it.
the newest one's changed. You just haven't got the updates yet, probably.
Oh, it has.
Yeah, like there's like you can go snorkeling for stuff in the water.
What son of a gun?
There's you can
I just gave it to our nieces.
did you? Well, they'll have
Well,
fun.
anyway, it's fine.
They'll have fun.
I was done with playing it.
Yeah, yeah. They have like
I'm too old.
they're growing. There's more things that grow, like mushrooms, pumpkin patches now.
Really?
Yeah, because the game just got so big that Nintendo had to like put out more updates because people were like finishing it and they, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just after a while, yeah, you run out of things to do.
Yeah, they have like dream worlds now and like
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, and I haven't I've been done with it for a while too. I've been watching my kids and
Oh,
they
okay.
have like
That's why
pets.
you know all this stuff.
Yeah, they have like there's like pets now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Well,
Yeah.
I'm glad I gave it to them because like there's nothing. It's so fun to be able to play that game, play it, and you know get all the furniture
Yeah.
and it's just really, and then you know all the days that different people come by
Oh yeah, yeah. Get the turnip
and then
lady.
get the turnips.
Snot nose turnip lady.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, wait, what were we talking about?
I forgot.
Bitterlings.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
different signs.
Yeah, so yeah, I think we're in the age of Aquarius. I think we're in the age of Aquarius right now. I don't know that stuff.
You
But
know what? Yeah. Anybody that tells you that they know when the end of the world's going to happen, don't believe them.
yeah,
Sorry.
people.
I've been
Oh,
here, you know, I've been hearing about it all my life. And just because certain things are somewhat bad, you know,
and the
here,
thing is like
they're not even as bad as they could be.
you've been hearing about it all your life, but then when you read like people from the past, like they were saying this in the 1800s. There were people saying that it's coming around soon, and
Well,
like,
in the New Testament,
yeah,
they're saying,
it's been happening forever.
"Hey, don't believe that the second coming's happened yet."
Yeah, it's
Like, anyway, they thought it was going to happen in their day. You know, that Jesus was going to come back in their day, and that was only, you know, not long after he had just died, and
like a couple like 30 years later, he's back.
like,
10 years
yeah,
later, 5 years later. Yeah.
like, dude, somebody saw Jesus.
Well, because it has to happen in their lifetime. You know, how boring is it to say like, oh, and in 400 years from now, I'm predicting. You know, like I won't be here. You know, but
Well, this goes along with the lines with the kind of symbolism of the Bible and stuff, like in Revelation. Like if you took it as maybe symbolic that the book of Revelation has been fulfilled lots of times, you know, through different kingdoms and everybody's always like, oh yeah, this is it.
it's like a cyclical thing that happens.
Yeah, it's just I mean, it's so symbolic and you know, you can take it for a lot of things. So, I don't know. What do I know?
You don't.
Not enough, I guess.
Not enough.
I don't know the truth, but I'm looking for it. But is there an absolute truth? That's a big question.
So the last thing I have to say is I'm wearing this Spirit Machine shirt. You notice that?
Mm-hmm.
There's an indie band that
It's called Spirit Machine.
called Spirit Machines. Spirit Machines, and they
Are they progressive rock?
Kind of, but not enough. Probably. We'll see how they go. But I mean, they kind of like they did a cover of like a Tool song and stuff. Like they kind of have like that. They can do that, but it's not. It's not. It's just kind of modern. And anyways, what's cool is I back I they were going through like a funding, and I backed them, and they sent me a couple shirts and a CD and a sticker and like a bottle opener, and
Really?
yeah,
That's cool.
yeah.
It sucks to be a band right now, man.
Yeah, well, and then they sent me they sent me a ticket to they had an online, like a
It's
online,
just
like a
not the
Zoom
same.
concert. Yeah, I watched a little bit of it. Yeah, but yeah, so fun stuff.
So, hey, guys, help out the up and coming bands.
Yeah,
Listen to live music, you know?
listen to what?
Live
Oh
music.
yeah, listen to live music. Yeah, right now,
Well,
right now,
on
listen to it.
Zoom,
Yeah.
I guess.
Well, that was what I think we should do another taste test another time. That was awesome.
Yeah, I don't know what we'll do.
No, I know.
Maybe we'll have the best cream soda. Or we'll have one that's between the one that butterscotch
Oh,
they
I think we know that
the butter.
I think we'll figure that
They
one
put
out.
the butter in butterscotch.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so we'll figure out what we're gonna do. I don't know. It's kind of tough.
But to figure out quick though, right?
Yeah, actually, throw out those uh, Bible ones that you're talking about, the Gnostic ones
Okay.
or the Nag Hammadi, and we'll just do those.
Okay. Yeah, I'll get
So
with you here
look
in
forward to that.
few
I
days.
I think that it's probably funny because none of the stuff we've covered has been Gnostic, and it's Gnostic deluge, but it was
Yeah.
more meant to be like Gnostic
Yeah,
knowledge,
it's a tough one.
and
It's a tough one.
like a flood of knowledge. I don't know if we've ever been saying this the Gnostic deluge on our thing.
I don't know if we have.
Anyway, but hey, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully
Hopefully you
we,
enjoy that taste test.
yeah, the epic taste test, and we both chose the one that we like.
Cock and bull. So you like um you like what was you
Goslings.
like Goslings more than Cock and bull?
I like them both.
Goslings is good. I like them both too, but I
It
thought
just depends.
okay.
Maybe cock and bull's better out of the bottle.
Ooh,
You know what I'm saying?
you know what it was today? Was it bottle?
It was out of the bottle, but it was put in a glass.
Yeah, but you
You know,
still
sometimes that makes a difference.
yeah.
I don't know.
All right,
Yeah, it was out of the bottle. I've never seen cock and bull
and you can
in a can.
yeah okay.
So anyway, find out your own favorite between the two,
Yeah, exactly. Don't conform to what we.
and stay away from Canada Dry Bold. There's nothing bold about it.
There's not.
It was just sad.
Remember that society is
Society's
is conspiracy.
conspiracy. Serious. That's huge. That's like the first conspiracy, man. I mean, because everybody, and think about it,
It is
it
to
is a
get
conspiracy.
everybody
Everybody's
to
working together,
secret combination.
and nobody,
We're all a part of
yeah,
it.
and we're all keeping a secret.
Yeah, we're all part of it. And if someone messes up, then you tattletale on them. They get in trouble.
That's right. You'll get thrown in jail, killed, whatever for breaking its rules. All right. Well, we'll talk to you later, and bye.
See ya.